everybody, welcome back for the final episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes, episode 6 is here and we're going to talk about it. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched it yet, even though I have not been saying it from the beginning, sorry, but yes, this is a spoiler review. We're going to talk about it very much, so get ready. So from the beginning, we pick up where we left off with the flag smashers trying to, infiltrate GRC and get the GRC head. And obviously, of course, you already know Sam is not going to have any of that. He comes in, busts in, and we already get to see his new Captain America suit. Oh my goodness, paying homage to the comics, and it's really good. It's a mix of Captain America and Falcon. For me, he retains his identity as that pilot, as that Falcon, as that, as the Falcon. He retains his identity as that, but also, introducing him as the Captain America. And he even says it right off the bat, I'm Captain America. He's finally taking the role on. He knows that he is the one for the job, and he's going to try and do his best to make sure he saves the day. He establishes himself as Captain America, and he's there to take charge of the situation, being the GRC is under attack by the flag smashers. At this point, I'm just, I'm not even Carly's fan. Just from the at this point, I already know this lady is not doing it for me. At this point, I really think that them being like their whole thing was just the whole flag smasher thing was just like not a side note, but it was just a setup for the main thing was to establish Sam as Captain America. I think that was what it is. I can't really say that there was much else that they did, honestly. For me, this is the last episode I can say it. Carly has just not sold me as a villain. Honestly, she was not interesting. A lot of MC villains are interesting. For me, she doesn't do it, and it's for a lot of reasons, and I think I'll get to that later, but I really think that a lot of it owns up to the fact that she really wasn't prepared to be in the place that she was, the leadership that they put her in. That's for me, but I'll get to it later. So yeah, he's looking for them, he's trying to figure out the situation, but he's not alone. Your boy Bucky Kentucky is always there to save them. Along with Sharon Carter, she's there, and we'll get to her own this thing in a little bit, but just seeing all of them together and in the finale, it's really nice. They're coming together, they're fighting. While they're looking for the flag smashers, they end up escaping, and some are in the air and some are on the ground or in the streets. So obviously, Falcon, not Falcon, I'm sorry, Captain America.
Who are you? Captain America.
Yeah. Sam, Captain America, goes after those that are in the helicopter, while Bucky Kentucky is on the streets looking for the flag smashers. Obviously, you already know we are going to see a new side of Captain America with the new gadgets and all that. He displays it. He shows how he's good with the shield now and the everything. I really like the dynamic there with the shield. Obviously, he's not as good as he should be, or even as good as Captain Steve Rogers was, but he's getting into, he's forming himself in it, and I really liked the action scenes there. He was really confident, because in as much as he is Captain America, he's still Sam, and I really like seeing that. I saw that he's taking on that role, but he's not trying to be who he's not. He isn't. He's just being himself as Captain America. So he saves those down the plane. Meanwhile, Bucky is on the streets looking for the GRC hostages that were taken by Carly and some other flag smashers. And there they get a confrontation and they fight, but Bucky is not alone. The US agent Johnny Walker comes in, and this is a redeeming trope for him. And you would think that he's there, with that whole bloodthirsty, ravaging kind of guy, but you can see that he's really trying to control himself and know himself in, and show that he wants to do the right thing. At the end of the day, all he wanted to do was the right thing. Of course, he thought violence was the better way to go, more violence rather was the better way to go, but now he realizes and he sees that that's not always the way, and so he kind of takes he follows the lead of Bucky and Sam, and I really like the fact that they are redeeming him. So alongside Bucky, both of them are really trying to save those GRC leaders, and at this time again, Bucky comes out and he shines forth. You can see that he's no longer the machine man he used to be. He is a man all of himself and he's in control of his faculties, and obviously he's doing it to save the day because that's what he had always been. He had always wanted to be a hero. Even that's why he joined the army, and I really like the fact that we can see the heart in him again. I mean, Sebastian Stan has always been my G, and he's doing Bucky justice. They tried to get the Flag Smashers, but they escaped yet again, and this time the confrontation is between Carly and Sharon Carter, who we end up discovering is the power broker. So surprised, not surprised, and slightly disappointed by this. I'm surprised because really I didn't see her as being so dark as to become like such a person as power broker, who we don't really know much of. It was still kind of a mystery, but I'm also not surprised because I mean all signs pointed to Sharon being the power broker, to be honest. But I just didn't want to believe it. And that makes me a little bit disappointed because I really think that, you know, she is Sharon Carter. She has Carter in her name. Having her be this bad guy, I don't know, it just rubs me off wrong. I mean, Peggy is my girl, you know. So having her like a descendant of hers be this sort of, I mean, she's not a full bad guy yet, but she's Shannon on the inside. And, you know, just having her do that with the name, I just feel bad. And they even establish itself, like, at the end, when they give her amnesty back, that the name Carter has always been associated with sacrifice and responsibility, you know, and just doing good by people. But that's how they want to go. And obviously, if there's a season 2, we'll see more of that character development. I really hope that they end up making her a good person again. That's just my opinion. But we will see, you know, it's the MCU, they can do whatever they want to do. So yeah, this confrontation between Carly and Sharon ends up going the wrong way. She kills that French guy that I'd always known would come back, and to also save her own face, she ends up killing Carly, who was fighting with Sam at that time. And for me, that scene also shows that, you know, Carly was never, that was the scene that really established in my head that Carly was really never a very solid villain, because at the end of the day, she was just this small, scared girl. And it's not because she was even indoctrinated or, you know, she was brainwashed in anything. It's just that she had dealt with some sort of trauma and there was nobody to lead her in a better way. In her mind, she just felt like violence was the best solution. To get back what she wanted, she needed to fight violence with violence, or fire with fire, or whatever. And it just kind of fell flat for me. Her identity and her goal, in as much as they were good, she wasn't developed enough for me to be sold by it. And her death, at the end of the day, when she was dying, she was like, I'm sorry, oh my goodness. I was so angry when she said that, because every single time Sam had talked to her, he had always been trying to talk her down, trying to de-escalate the situation, but she never listened to him. I didn't like it. I didn't like her character development at all, and I really thought, you know, the whole Flag Smasher thing was just a setup for Captain America. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But the whole situation with the Flag Smashers ended up setting up, you know, the most important conversation within the whole Falcon and Winter Soldier series, which was when Sam finally confronted the GRC leaders and explained to them that they needed to do better by these people. Because really, Carly and those people, they didn't set up to be the bad guys or to be terrorists. In fact, they would never have even called themselves terrorists. They just felt sidelined and discriminated, and so they rose up to fight for their right, because they are human beings too. Just because a whole set of people came back to existence doesn't mean that those that had been always there needed to be sidelined and pushed to the side like that. And he explained to them, these people will come up again if you don't take responsibility and do the right thing, which doesn't just speak about GRC but to the whole world. Government is there and in power for the people that are voiceless, for the people that don't know what, you know, how to take care of themselves, that for the people that don't have the power to do what needs to be done. So that's what they're supposed to be there for. Those that are in power were put in place. They were elected. They didn't just force themselves there. People put them there so that they will make a difference on behalf of the people. So they are supposed to look at what the people truly need and make sure they find a way to do the best. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Nobody says it's going to be easy, but just don't let it be that other people are suffering for the sake of others, and especially the little percentage of people will be benefiting while the majority are suffering somewhere. At the end of the day, people will rise up and revolt, and so a lot of times we really need to keep our government in check. I know this is a political statement, but really that's just what it is. We need to keep those in power in check. Let them know, guys, you are representing us, so you better do us justice, do us proud, and it should be not just for your benefit, but for our benefit, for everybody's benefit. At the end of the day, though, he's a family man, so he goes back home and they have a party. Yeah, and obviously not just him, but Bucky has his own closure with Yuri, the Japanese man whose son he killed. But they had that deep conversation. I really wish that they opened up more about what was said and how the man took what he was saying, because obviously from what we saw, Bucky meant a lot to him. So I really wish we could see how he took that news from Bucky. But at the end of the day, I think things were resolved the way they should have been, and Bucky has put a lot of things behind him and is looking forward to more greater things. My boy Zemo was not left behind. He came back for vengeance. We all knew he is not going to let super soldiers walk free. Like, oh gosh, this guy. I'm sorry, respect. Oh. Anyway, Zemo takes out a bunch of, if not all, the remaining super soldiers that are left while in the raft. His butler Alfred. I'm sorry, I don't really know butler's name. We're just going to call him Alfred. But yeah, his butler does the dirty job for him, and like Countess said, he gets the last laugh. All in all, Falcon and the Winter Soldier season 1 was wrapped up nicely. It set up a lot of things for season 2, and it may actually be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier in season 2, because at the end we see that the name has changed from Falcon and the Winter Soldier to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, as it should be. I really loved it. So that's it for me and Falcon / Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I really love the series, and I think you will too. Go check it out, go watch it. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish each and every one of you wellness in every single one of your lives. Sayonara.